How you doing? Good.
How you doing? What up, you guys? I'm in Milwaukee right now. I'm at the location of Purcell Pearson, who was shot and killed. He was only 22 years old. They said that he was shot over a pair of designer glasses. This is his vigil. So a lot of family are here to mourn his death. Let's see what's going on. How you doing, brother?
Good.
Did they do the balloon release already?
Oh no, I just got here.
You just got here? Okay. Did you know?
No.
You didn't know? Okay. Yeah, it's a cold one. Huge, I'm sorry.
Get that light out my face.
Did any of you guys know him? Who knew him? You did? Oh, you know his sister, but you knew him as well? Did you guys know anybody of his family? Any of his families here? You don't know who they are? I know, but you know where she is? Right here? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, I can't see. Well, there's a lot of people over there. Okay.
Hey, listen, they been not with the white.
So I'm trying to find some of the family to talk to them about what happened. He has a lot of support. It looks like a lot of people came to support the family. This was just a tragic accident or a tragic crime to take the life of this young man. He graduated from college in 2020. He was the first to graduate in his family. And he was shot over a pair of $1,000 designer glasses. So it's a shame. You guys type the command ! Notify to be notified the next time I go live. Also, let me know what platform are you watching from, YouTube or Facebook, and let me know what city and state you are from. Did any of you guys know him? Any of you guys know Purcell? Did you guys go to school? Anybody go to school with him, or you knew him? You went to school with him, or would you mind talking a raw topic about the kind of person he was? Here's a microphone. Just give me the name and how you know him. And
Kyrie Brooks.
all right, you just hold it to your mouth. There you go.
Kyrie Brooks. Percy was a good friend. He was a brother to many, and he just had so much ahead of him. It's very unfortunate that his life was taken in the fashion that it was. But he always strived to be the best person that he could possibly be. He had so much energy, so much charisma, and I'm gonna love him forever. He's forever gonna be in my heart.
I heard that he was the first to graduate from his family. Is that true? Do you know?
To my knowledge, yes.
I believe he graduated from, was it Whitewater?
Yes, UW Whitewater. That's where we went to school together.
Oh, okay, you went to school with him there as well.
Yep.
And I heard he was just a very kind person, very good friend, loving person. And I see he has a lot of support tonight. He was part of a fraternity, do you know?
Yes, Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. I'm also a part of that.
Okay, so you're also a part of the same fraternity as well.
Yes.
So you and him, you guys must have been pretty close.
Yep, super close. We were in chapter meetings together, handling business together, and he's definitely someone who I forever miss, and he's going to forever live in my heart. During our college days, it was a lot of growing and mentoring. That was pretty much our relationship. This, mentorship, just making sure we was pushing each other to the next level, making sure we were planning events together, making sure that we always had that brother to brother connection. Whatever you got, I'm gonna give you the clothes off my back. That's the sort of relationship it was. And
when you heard the news, what was your thoughts? First of all, how did you hear of the news? Was it a family member that reached out to you? Did you see it on the news?
It was another one of my fraternity brothers who told me the news, the unfortunate news.
And what were your thoughts, knowing how close you were with him, and just so much of a waste? Because I heard it was over some designer glasses.
Yeah.
Do you know anything about what happened at all? Maybe more than what the media knows, as far as just could have been for glasses, could have been.
It could have been for anything, man. But I mean, shooting somebody over anything materialistic is not worth it. And gun violence in Milwaukee, it has to end tonight. And his killer will be caught. And this is something that we are taking to heart.
Right.
All right, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it. So they said it was a dark colored van that was involved in this crime, and they're looking for that dark colored van because they do have surveillance images of the van, and that's the only lead they really have. They don't really know who was the shooter at this time. So this is just, another tragic crime in the Milwaukee area. Another senseless death, another senseless shooting of a young man, only 22 years old, just graduated from college. The first to graduate, part of a fraternity. and he was said to be just a really good person. So it looks like they already did the balloon release. If you guys just joined the stream, type hashtag just joined. Also, rep your city and state that you're watching the stream from. And let me know, are you watching from YouTube or Facebook today? I'm gonna try to speak to more people that knew him. It is very cold outside, so nobody really wants to be here that long.
Left that to the crib? They doing the same crib, bro. I can't keep my bro. I ain't know if it was something. I mean,
He has a lot of support that came up to support this cause, this vigil. A lot of people here. You can tell that this was a really a well-liked person. And to get shot over a pair of designer glasses is just ridiculous. You know, we can't have this kind of nonsense type of violence, wasteful deaths. This was a young man who was just starting his life and did not even get to enjoy the perks of graduating from college and moving on to bigger and better things, all because of a senseless death, all because of a pair of designer glasses. I mean, these kind of killings they have to stop in Milwaukee. It's just too many senseless killings, and something's got to be done. Did you know Purcell?
Yes.
You do know him? Mm-hmm. Would you, let me give you a card. I'm with Raw Topic from Facebook. You can stick a card. Here, can you say a couple words about him? Okay, here's a microphone. Just state your name and how you know him.
Okay. My name is Armani Smith, and I met Percy in college. I went to Whitewater. I'm in sorority, Delta Sigma Theta, and we were really close with his fraternity, Alpha Phi Alpha. So I got to know him a lot through that interaction. And Percy, I mean, the words that people have described him as just doesn't give him enough justice, because he really was all that and more. We got a saying, Percy P, the man of B, because he was always just moving on campus as a positive influence for the younger students, for even the older students. He had a light about him that really shined bright, and he will be missed so much. It feels really unreal right now, just even being in this situation, because it's just sad to think that a person who has so much going for themselves, life was cut so short, but his legacy will continue to live on, and I'm hurt about it, but I have a lot of great memories to share.
How long did you know him for?
I know him for, I would say like 3-4 years. I'm just older than him by like 1 year academically, so I graduated before him, but I got to see him since he was a freshman all the way until the time he graduated.
Wow. Oh, how did you hear about what happened?
I heard it on Saturday, about 2 hours after it happened, because our group message, you know, everyone was saying, sending condolences and things about what had happened. So, of course, I asked, you know, one of my sorority sisters, and she told me, and my heart just broke.
So you just couldn't believe it?
I couldn't believe it. I still can't believe it. It feels really unreal to me. I'm torn up about it, honestly.
What do you think about the senseless violence going on in Milwaukee? Are you from Milwaukee?
I am. Yeah, born and raised.
So you know that Milwaukee needs help when it comes to the crime?
Yeah.
What do you think people can do to kind of stop this kind of nonsense, killings over designer glasses? What can we do as a community to stop this from happening again?
I think as a community, we need to just think before we do. I think the senseless acts of materialistic things and the envy and jealousy is all just because we're not thinking before we actually take action and doing something. We need to be more united as a community. We need to be more together, especially being African American. You know, it's already segregated enough and we're killing our own. So I think just for us to find some unity in our community, I think that's what will help the violence altogether, because it needs to stop. It has to stop. It's ridiculous.
Do you know what it is that he wanted to do after college? What career he wanted to go into?
I don't want to say for sure that I knew, but
got an idea what he liked?
Yeah, I believe he wanted to work with mental health. I seen something about psychiatry, something around helping people for sure, because that's just the type of person he was. He was always willing to help someone. He did start a skincare line called Pure with his cousin, so he had that going for himself. It's doing well, and it can be supported on social media. That his cousin is still selling their skincare line to this day, and that's going to be part of the way to support their family as well.
Are they on Facebook, that skincare? Do you know the name of the skincare
It
line?
is called Pure, and I can look it up as well.
Okay. Also, I heard he had a family member that was an attorney for the Milwaukee.
I don't know anything about that.
Okay. All right, I appreciate you taking the time to interview with us.
No worries.
And thank you. We really appreciate it, and I'm sorry for your loss today.
Thank you.
Thank you. It is a cold day today. Oh, and it's a sad day. This is one of the most senseless killings that, we've had this year, 2021. I mean, a man so young, 22 years old, and just graduating, just starting his life, all over a pair of $1,000 designer glasses. I mean, the crime has got to stop. We got to do something in the community to stop the violence, to stop the senseless killings. Type in the comment section, hashtag I understand, if you guys can relate to what I'm saying about the nonsense, the crime that is just have to stop.
Have you seen Max?
What's his name?
Max,
No, who's that?
the other head of the fraternity?
No, I have not.
He's just here.
Do you know Purcell?
Of course I do.
You do? Okay, my name's Hamin with Raw Topic on Facebook. You want to say a couple things about him?
Sure.
Okay.
I didn't know him very well, but I know that he was always the type of person like.
What's your name? State your name.
My name is Renata Kitzman Kelly, And every time I ever needed help or anytime I had a problem with BSU or anything like that, I went to him and he solved the issue. I told him that I felt like BSU was divided, and he would start inviting me to things that would make me feel, involved. And
You said
like
BSU?
BSU, the Black Student Union that we have on campus. He was
at Whitewater?
Yes, he was on the board of
And you
BSU.
went to Whitewater?
I did.
For how many years?
4.
Oh, wow.
I did.
So you've seen him quite a bit. You had interaction.
When I started, he was a sophomore.
Oh,
when I
okay.
started, when he came in as a freshman. I was a sophomore. No one knew who he was at first, but he definitely made a name for himself, and he asserted his place on campus basically, and made sure that any person that was a minority student wouldn't feel left out.
Really? So
Yeah.
he was really big for helping the minorities.
He definitely was.
In the
He
community.
was an advocate for that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. How did you hear about his death?
Facebook.
Facebook?
I have friends that were friends with him. I was friends with him as well. I have quite a few Snapchats with him in the picture, and I didn't find out until a day after.
Wow. So you were
about his death.
You were surprised and shocked, just like everybody else.
Definitely surprised, because he was definitely someone I never thought would leave this earth, especially before me.
Oh,
you
wow.
know what I mean? So.
And that's the hardest way to find out is on Facebook.
He had so much going for him, and I just don't understand how something like this could happen. In all honesty, I really don't get it.
It's unbelievable.
I don't.
Very
it
senseless.
really is. Yeah.
Did you hear that it was designer glasses?
I did.
Anything
Cartier
like that?
glasses.
Cartier.
Yes, and I never buy name brand stuff, so I don't understand the importance of it. But at the same time, like, I know that Percy was always someone who prided himself on dressing nice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
People
He always looked good.
Want to hate on that, right?
Always.
Haters always.
Always. And I don't get that, especially in this city. I'm not from here.
Oh, you're not?
I don't know. I'm not used to this life.
You just came here for the vigil, or
I came here. I moved here during the summer with my sister and her girlfriend, and ever since then I've regretted moving here. So thank you for that.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. What can we do?
I came from Whitewater. I was in Whitewater 4 years prior to that, so I don't know.
Do you know what it is he wanted to do after college? Did he ever mention?
I know that he wanted to be a psychiatrist, but outside of that, I don't know what he wanted to do.
Mm-hmm. And he was part of a fraternity as
He
well?
was part of Alpha Phi Alpha fraternity. He was part of the BSU board. He was so involved in campus life at UW Whitewater, and I attended there for quite a few years. You know, I dropped out, and then I ended up going back, and when I went back, he was still there.
Oh my
goodness.
Wow.
Yeah, so like I've known Percy for a minute. Troubled, and anytime I brought a problem to him, he always like took the initiative to solve it. So I can't ever say that he didn't try.
What can we do as a community to avoid these kind of senseless killings in the future? Do you know what maybe the city of Milwaukee can do so that another young man that has so much ahead of him don't have to go through that kind of violence and die in that kind of way?
Stop killing your people and offer more opportunities to Black people. What do you mean, what can you do? You're basically watching a whole community die at this point when you have rich people living like 2 blocks away. Like, I live on the east side. I live on Shorewood, and I live on Lake Drive, and I see these people with these big ass houses for no reason. Like, you literally have so much money to offer so many resources to people who are struggling, and you choose not to. Like, this could have been avoided. He could have had a life still. You know, he was supposed to accomplish so much more than what he did, and this is the outcome of that. And I just feel like it's just crazy to me that I can move here and see where rich people live, and then not even a block away from that, see where the minorities and all the people that are struggling to even afford life live. You know what I mean? Like, it's crazy to me that I can move here and literally see the divide in streets. Like, that shit is crazy to me. Like, there's poverty living less than a block from you, and you could do something about it. You literally have all this money to afford gates, to afford to block off all this property that you don't even need to have, and yet this is what you do with it. And I can't stand that shit. Like, I can't stand that shit. You're literally watching my people die out here, and I can't stand that shit. Like, why the fuck am I here?
So you
Why
think the
am I here?
poverty of the city community has a lot to do?
I do, and I think that they feel like
the microphone.
throwing money at Milwaukee as a whole is going to
Use the
solve the
microphone. Where's
issue.
the microphone?
Right, sorry, I said that. My fingers are freezing. But I feel like when people just throw money at Milwaukee and expect the problem to be solved, but the problem isn't money. That's not what we need. We need support. We need, actual programs that'll help us succeed somewhere in life the same way white people do. You know what I mean? We need jobs. We need assurance. We need to be reassured in our position, in our future lives, and we can't get that. We can't get that here. We're dying every day. You know what I mean? Like, for stupid shit. Clearly, Purcell just died for a pair of Cartier glasses, and for what? Like, at the end of the day, that's a material issue. That's a material issue. And there's so much more to live for, and we need to do more in order to bring that to the forefront and show what's really going on in our city.
And not only that, I think coronavirus, has a lot of people all mental health wise dealing with the coronavirus, dealing with a lot of people losing their jobs, a lot of people being quarantined. I think that also has to do with the spike in crime. What do you think about with that being a factor?
I think that coronavirus definitely plays a part in a little bit of it, but this has been going on far since coronavirus ever came into the picture. This has been an issue that's been going on for decades, you know what I mean? Like, this is not literally just a overnight thing. Something happened, he got killed. This is not that. This is an issue that's been going on for years, and nobody cares about us. Nobody cares that we're dying out here, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm gonna need people to start, like, giving a fuck, in all honesty, because I give a fuck. And I need things to start changing, because I can't sit here and watch my friends die. I can't do it. I'm sorry. I just can't. And I need people to start doing shit that they know is going to make a difference. I can't do this.
Well, thank you for talking to Raw Topic.
Yeah.
We appreciate you.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry for your loss. Yeah, we got a lot of people really upset. A lot of people are very hurt by the loss. And people are mourning. People are hurt because of the senselessness of this killing. And we got to come together, you guys, as a community, as people, and do what we can to maybe stop this kind of violence in the future, this kind of senseless death over designer glasses. And it's just sad. It's terrible. All right, you guys, my hands are freezing. I'm going to sign out of here. And remember, you guys, if you can't come real, at least come raw. Raw Topic.